My guest, whose voice you just now heard, was referring to New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, who sent police on Tuesday to break up a funeral of a New York City rabbi who died from COVID-19. And a number of people are criticizing it. And in a related series of tweets, de Blasio wrote that, quote, "something unacceptable happened in Williamsburg tonight," end of quote. My next guest has been a lawmaker in New York for some 35 years, from January 83 until December 2018. He's now head of Americans Against Anti-Semitism. Please welcome back to the program, Dov Hikind. Dov, how are you?
Good, Larry. I'm fine, thank God.
Dov, before we get into this funeral and what Mayor de Blasio did, I don't think you and I talked about the time, I think it was a couple weeks ago, that some young black people were breaking up a funeral in New York and were making some anti-Semitic statements?
Yeah, I mean, look, things like that, they happened. They've happened in the past. Nothing new about those kind of incidents.
And Dov, when that happens, where's Sharpton? Does Sharpton ever say anything?
No, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. Sharpton is missing in action. Sharpton has only been there when police officers are involved, so he can go after the police officers. That's his purpose in life, and that's what he's done his entire life. And again, you mentioned Al Sharpton. I go back to the Crown Heights riots, 3 days of a pogrom in Crown Heights where Jewish blood was being spilled after an accident that happened. An innocent young black person was run over. No one had any evil intention. The kind of thing that happens all over the world, terrible, terrible tragedy. But it resulted in 3 days of riots, and Al Sharpton played an important role in instigating the crowd. He has never apologized. Mm-hmm. He has never apologized for instigating those riots, for the things that he said that are purely anti-Semitic. He's probably one of the only people, Larry, I got to tell you, who's managed to get away with being anti-Semitic, indulging in a riot, where Jewish blood was spilled. And he gets a TV show for that. Right. I mean, how does that happen?
David Duke's looking around saying, what do I have to do to get my show? And
what did I do wrong, right? What did I do wrong?
$5 million light in taxes, Dov. There's a video of him on YouTube discussing a cocaine deal with a undercover narc. And here he is, a TV show, got rich and famous by lying about Tawana Brawley. We could talk about Freddie's Fashion Mart. He brought a bunch of thugs to the courthouse when the Central Park jogger trial was going on, and a bunch of these guys were yelling, "The boyfriend did it, the boyfriend did it," referring to the Central Park jogger's boyfriend, for crying out loud. We can go on and on, Dov, and this man is a Democratic kingmaker.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this is someone that Joe Biden is in touch with on a regular basis. He's telling Joe Biden, and he's taken seriously. That's the amazing thing, Larry.
Yeah.
He's telling Joe Biden who the candidate should be for vice president on the Democratic line. I mean, it's remarkable. The double standard, the hypocrisy. We should never give up. But you know what? One can, by watching the Al Sharptons of the world and others who get away with the most outrageous behavior, and nothing happens. Nothing.
And Dov, just how about this? Just on a real simple level. In Ferguson, Al Sharpton's in the streets of Ferguson yelling, "No justice, no peace." This is a man who says, "I came out of the King movement," referring to MLK. MLK was all about civil disobedience, not no justice, no peace. Are you kidding?
Right. Martin Luther King was a hero to me personally. I mean, really, someone super special, someone who did things in a way with unbelievable respect and dignity. I mean, Al Sharpton, my God, to talk about Martin Luther King at the same time with Al Sharpton, my God, it's like day and night, and Al Sharpton represents the night, the darkness.
Well, Dov, I brought you on to talk about what happened at that funeral. Talk to us about what happened in Williamsburg, and in your opinion, what should have happened.
Okay. Well, first of all, as far as the funeral was concerned, there were approximately 2,000 people at the funeral. I understand people, the person who died is beloved by people and they want to show their respect. I understand that. for people like myself and others, we have not been able to participate at funerals of loved ones, of relatives. In my case, we can't even visit the family to pay our condolences, for the simple reason that we want to protect ourselves and we want to protect other people. And it really is inexcusable. I mean, this is really a minority of people in the Jewish community, that they should go out in these numbers. And if you look at the pictures, they're on top of each other. Larry, it could have been done. It could have been done the right way. Instead of 2 blocks of 2,500 people, the people could have been spread out over 5 blocks, 7 blocks, and have distance between each other and pay. It was all about paying respect for this person who passed away. I understand that. I get it.
So Dov, we only have about 45 seconds left. So are you saying that the mayor should not, should have threatened to arrest the attendees, or should not have threatened to arrest?
I don't think it's an issue. I think what the mayor did in referring to the entire Jewish community, I mean, it is the most outrageous thing. If he did that with the black community, Latino community, you'd have riots in the street right now. They would be demanding that the mayor resign, that the mayor apologize. And he gave this convoluted apology today. If you were offended, what do you mean if I was offended? Why do you talk about the Jewish community in terms of what happened in Williamsburg? I didn't do anything wrong.
We're going to have to leave it there, Dov.
The Jews didn't do anything wrong. I mean, outrageous.
Dov, we're going to have to leave it there.
The city did.
Dov, thanks a lot for coming on.